can be dangerous. There's always the possibility that while Kim's out here, he'll make a mistake. And that might be the end of it for him.
Big predators around, things can really get on edge. And a wrong move and a misinterpretation or something like that, could cost you your life. But I suppose that's also part of the challenge for me.
I can't believe it! She's back!
For Kim, following these cats will have its own challenges.
Working with cheetahs, it's up at 3 o'clock in the morning and it's no big deal. It's just what it is. And they sound like ridiculous hours, but it's a cheap price to pay for the privilege I have of doing what I do and loving what I do.
But how does he build these incredible bonds with wild animals?
I don't try and go in and act like a cheetah. That's none of that. I act like me, myself, Kim Wallata. You respect them and you go in there with the confidence that they're going to respect you in return. Avoid eye contact because that's a definite threat. Also just pick up a piece of grass, chew on it, play with a stick. Don't show that your attention is on them. As soon as they see that, then they get worried. And also make sound. Because if you try and do it all really quietly, everything's going to wonder there's something happening here.
Kim knows to follow the world's fastest land animal, it'll take more than body language. While the cheetahs rest in the midday heat, Kim is out training.
I generally run in the middle of the day when it's really hot. I mean, part of that is because predators aren't active at that time of day. But it's more that I like to condition myself to the heat.
To film among the cheetahs, he has to be in great shape.
I find if I can push it in really hot conditions, when I do have to, sometimes I spend whole days out with the cheetah, really hot days, and I run out of food, I run out of water. I don't feel it.
Being one with the bush is key to Kim's success. That's why he's barefoot.
I've never liked wearing shoes. When you wear a shoe, the way you walk is very aggressive because you don't care what's underfoot, you just crash, crunch, punch. And when I'm out in the field, I just like to be barefoot. I just feel the freedom and whatever. When a cheetah goes in on a full sprint, there's no ducking and diving thorns and things here. It's just full on and go for it. So I'm really understanding, what these other animals, especially the soft-footed predators, are up against.
On Kim's next visit to the cheetahs, the mother seems on edge. And it doesn't take long to figure out why.
Holy there's a bloody lion stalking us here.
A big female, 40 yards away.
I can't believe there's bloody lions stalking these cheetah now. Those cubs don't have a chance. There's no way they can outrun them.
If she decides to attack, she could easily take out Kim too. But his own safety is the last thing on his mind.
I'm going to have to interfere here. I'll do what I can to chase these bloody things away.
Chasing off lions in my mind is crazy. Lions are big, powerful creatures. Out here, they're one of the only things that really give me the heebie-jeebies.
The cheetahs at the Malalangwe Game Reserve have 200 square miles of thick African bush to roam around. Tracking their day-to-day movements over this rugged terrain takes a special vehicle.
Having it small like this, slow, it blends in more with the environment. Animals understand it more, and it just works.
It's also invaluable for foraging when Kim spots one of his favorite bushman snacks.
Now this is what we call a mapane. These are an African delicacy. Actually, local tribes survive on them. It's just the only protein they get at certain times of the year. The way to eat them is you first got to squeeze out everything they've been eating. Eesh, there we go. Lovely. I'm going to boil them. I do actually have hot water on tap here in my radiator. I'll leave them in there for a while to boil. There we go. What are we doing, dude? I don't want to drop him in there, then that'll be the end of my worm. Bit of salt and pepper. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yummy. There we go. That is actually delicious. I'm not going to eat his head. That can come off. It's like a good steak, eh?
Shortly after Kim's lion encounter, he and Jules are looking for the cheetah when they come across a gang of young bull elephants. These boys try to intimidate with a show of strength, but Kim stands his ground.
That's when I would have backed away. But Kim feels comfortable to allow those animals to get even closer so he can get some great footage.
It's pretty special, eh? These are all young bulls, so they're still unsure of themselves. So I was pretty confident in my approach, and that
Kim knows better than to let down his guard.
depending where you are, elephants react differently to people, and it all depends on what's happened to those elephants in the past. They could have been persecuted, they could have been hunting, they could have been all sorts of things. And it's not just with elephants, it's with everything.
Within seconds, the mood shifts.
Those boys are talking to each other. They probably said to each other, let's go over there. There's that little guy sitting there. Maybe we can go and squash him. Because right now, maybe you guys can stay there. Good idea.
The bigger bull is closing in. To show his dominance, he raises his head and widens his ears. Time for Kim to take a stand.
Okay, my boy. That's probably close enough. Come, your mates are calling you.
Anytime you've got a 4-ton animal looking down at you, you know, it gets your heart pumping, that's for sure. And yeah, I was just pleased that Kim was standing in front of me.
This detour with the elephants has left Kim a little thirsty. And if the water's good enough for the animals, it's good enough for him.
There's actually nothing wrong with this water. All that's in here is a little bit of silt from when it rained. I mean, that's the only reason why it's dirty, is because of the runoff from the rain. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with it. It's good, clean water, unpolluted by human beings. You know, other animals come and drink it. Rhinos wallow in it. Elephants in it. But the elephant didn't poo here, so I'm okay.
A fourth-generation African, Kim comes from a family that's lived among and tangled with fierce predators for a long, long time.
I've got a family album here. This looks like we're going back in time about 500 years. And then here's a picture. I mean, this is ridiculous. A picture of my dad with the first lion he shot when he was 13 in his school uniform. So I don't know if he was on his way to school or on his way back from school, but that's what you did in those days.
But it's Kim's grandfather, Harry, who made the Wallater name legendary after a lion pulled him from his horse. Harry was dragged over 60 yards. His only weapon was a knife.
I've got an exact replica here of the knife that my grandfather stabbed the lion with. His accuracy of stabbing it twice in the heart, the 2 shots in the heart, and then the lion backed off and he gave it another one which went into the jugular. I mean, you couldn't be more accurate than that. It's just amazing, you know. He went on to serve another 44 years in the Kruger National Park as the very first game ranger. I feel like I'm carrying on the Wallace tradition, but I'm doing it in a different way. You know? I'm not shooting with a gun anymore. I'm shooting with a camera. And there's a lion calling right now. Watch out, dude.
That morning, on their way to check in on the recovering cub, Kim and Jules spot a rare and notoriously aggressive black rhino just 40 yards away. Most cameramen would be happy with a steady, clear shot from the safety of their Jeep. Kim has other ideas.
I'm in the back, filming off the sticks. I'm thinking I'll get the wide, Kim will get the tight. Kim gets out of the vehicle, I didn't even notice. He's wandering up to the black rhino. Black rhino are the perfect combination of aggressive defense and speed. You've got an 800, 900 kilo animal with a huge horn on the end of its nose, and that thing can move at 50 k's an hour. So you've really got to watch black rhino in the bush. Often when you're looking through the viewfinder, things look a lot further away than they actually are. I was thinking, well, should I jump into the driver's seat, drive up to Kim, rescue him, wave my arms, make a song and dance? But honestly, I thought, you know what, anything I do now may harass the animal and force it to charge. And Kim's right there. I thought Kim was going to get flattened. I really did. I thought, here I am filming this thing and I'm going to be filming someone getting taken out.
At the last second, it's a sharp sound that deters the rhino from a full charge.
That was a little too close for comfort, eh? Eesh. I was just saying the other day that I haven't had an adrenaline rush for years. But that got it going, eh? And if this guy comes for me, I'm going to go flat on the ground, but he's going to nail me. While my cameraman was just standing there watching and filming and hoping I would die and he could get it all on film.